As a small business owner, have you ever felt overwhelmed by the pressure of choosing the right hire or leading a team? Or have you ever found yourself tolerating a bad hire because you fear trying and failing again as you repeat the hiring process? If so, you're not alone, and you are in the right place. Welcome to the Growing Your Team podcast. The Growing Your Team podcast teaches business owners like you to expand your unique business by teaching you to master the hiring and team management process. Hiring and managing a team does not have to be a challenge. You just have to learn to do it right. And the Growing Your Team podcast teaches you how to become a confident leader who hires right every single time. Now, let's jump into the show where each episode you will learn tips on how to identify what type of help you need on your team, how to source amazing candidates, how to conduct interviews that lead you to your ideal team member, how to onboard successfully, and how to lead every person in your business so you have a team of rock stars who you are happy to pay every single paycheck. So let's jump in and teach you how to hire like a pro. Hello, Jamie Van Kuyk here, and welcome back to the Growing Your Team podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that I have seen multiple hiring experts mention online about how they approach the hiring process. And what I mean by experts, typically not recruiters, but these CEOs or big title people in corporate organizations that are trying to just get trendy articles out there to build their reputation and bring awareness to their company. And one of the things that I have seen some of these people say is they can decide in the first 90 seconds of an interview if they are going to hire someone. And pretty much are telling people that if you can't tell in the first 90 seconds of an interview whether you're going to be able to hire someone, whether they are right for your position in your company, then you are not doing a good job interviewing. And my opinion is this is 100% false and inaccurate information. It is not hiring advice that you should take. And I want to talk a little bit about why. First off, I'll put out the caveat that I love efficiency. I think things should take only as much time as they need to take in order to be done. So if something's going to take an hour, but it actually takes an hour to get from point A to point B, great. But if something takes an hour to get done because I have to sit around and wait for things that don't make sense to wait for, I'm going to be annoyed. So when I am working with my clients, efficiency matters. Being able to make a decision and gather that needed information to make a decision in the quickest way possible matters. I don't really like it when we put candidates through endless rounds of interviews or super long interviews that are not needed. Sometimes we'll schedule, for example, hour-long interviews in some parts of the process because we want to make sure there's enough time to dig into anything that's needed and thoroughly have a conversation with the candidate to cover any questions that they might have. But a lot of times we don't expect it to take an hour. We just want to make sure we have the time. But as much as I love efficiency, I can say for certain that 90 seconds is not enough time to make a decision on whether you are going to hire someone or not. What can you really find out in 90 seconds? The only thing you can really find out in 90 seconds is if you have an instant connection with that person. But that instant connection is only on a personality level. And I can tell you that most candidates are nervous, so they might not even be showing up as their full self during those first 90 seconds because a lot is on the line. Jobs pay people money. Money keeps a roof over people's head and food on the table and allows them to live the life that they want. So it is normal for people to be nervous during interviews, and we want to make sure that we give people the opportunity to settle into an interview instead of making rushed decisions that aren't really based off of the right information. The problem also with this is when we let that instant connection dictate who we're going to hire, we often don't care to learn about the actual skills someone has. So we just say, I like the person, they're in. I don't like the person, they're not in. But can they do the job? That was one of those questions that someone asked me years and years and years ago when I really liked a candidate, but I liked them based off of that connection. And they asked me, but can they do the job? And I had to sit there and think and finally came back and said, no, I don't think they can. But that's the problem when you hire off of connection. You hire people who are then going to struggle later. And what happens when people are struggling later? You get frustrated. You have to spend more time trying to train them. You have to spend time fixing their mistakes. You have to spend time delivering the feedback and doing all this stuff that just takes up mental energy. You have to spend the time when you're at home complaining about this team member to maybe your significant other or your friends. You then have to spend time replacing this team member. So you made a 90-second decision that cost you a lot of time because you didn't determine if they were right for the job. So you absolutely need to make sure if someone can do the job. And that cannot be done in 90 seconds. 90 seconds just gives you an introduction. 90 seconds might tell you if their career was on the right path, so they could potentially be right for the job, but it's not going to tell you anything beyond that. You really then need to go deeper into the interview to uncover their true work style and their true skill. What is their focus? What can they bring to the office? This is done, once again, throughout the interview. It is done by asking questions. Your interviews don't need to be super long. You'll be surprised how much you can find out in 30 minutes. But 90 seconds is not enough time. And anyone who's telling you that they can make an interview decision in 90 seconds is letting instant connection and biases sway them. There's nothing else that's going to be uncovered in 90 seconds. It's like deciding on whether you're going to marry someone in the first 90 seconds of a date. Yes, there are things you can find out in those first 90 seconds. But there's also things that you can find out in the rest of that first date that make it so what you found out in that first 90 seconds isn't actually true. Maybe you walked into that date and you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the worst date ever. And then as soon as you both got settled into that good rhythm, you're like, gosh, I want to see this person again. Or maybe in those first 90 seconds, you're like, ooh, I would love to continue a relationship with this person. They are cute. And then the more you talk to them, you find out that you have nothing in common. Your values don't align. You cannot carry a conversation with this person because it's just painful to do so. And once again, it made it so your first impression was not right. So do the same in your interviews. Just tell yourself that anything you decide in that first 90 seconds is a gut reaction and that your gut might not necessarily be right. Dig deeper, find out what this candidate can truly do and if they are truly a match for your position. And once again, this is done by asking the right interview questions. So if you're stuck at this point of the process, you're not sure if you're asking the right questions, you're not sure if you're pulling out the right information, then let's jump on a call. Growing your team can help you make sure you're asking the right interview questions, uncovering the right information, because we want you to be successful. We want you to quickly identify who should be on your team. We want you to save time during the hiring process, but we want you to do so by gathering the right information versus making decisions on things that don't necessarily prove if someone will be a successful team member or not. So once again, if you need help, We are happy to talk here at Growing Your Team, so schedule a call today. Are you ready to hire a new team member for your business and you want to ensure you hire the person who can succeed in the role, make you happy, and positively impact your bottom line? Then let's talk and see how growing your team can help you master the art of hiring. Through bespoke hiring frameworks and comprehensive guidance, you will learn how to attract candidates who have the passion you desire and the skills needed to succeed. At Growing Your Team, women entrepreneurs and leaders work with us to help them expand their unique businesses by teaching them how to hire like a pro. Let's connect and see how we can help you. Send me an email at jamie@growingyourteam.com. That's Jamie, Jamie, @growingyourteam.com, or head on over to growingyourteam.com/jumpstart, with jumpstart being all one word, and let's talk about how you can become a confident leader who hires right every single time.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.